What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am Nature Boy Chuck, and let me ask you a question. Have you ever had the feeling of instant regret? That is exactly how I feel right now. I decided to trade in my Tekken 8 Foamposites online for these 3 pair of sneakers in these boxes right here. And I'm gonna need you guys' help to at least make me feel better on did I make a great decision. Now, the app I used was tradeblock. And let me tell you something, I'm gonna go over 3 things that are gonna possibly help you for us tips and hacks on how to use the app to your advantage, my personal experience, which we'll talk about that last, and have you used tradeblock before, and can you give me any help so we can share it with the rest of the sneakerheads out there in the community on today's episode, which starts right now. So before we get into the tips and hacks of using this world famous now app, tradeblock, let's talk about the trade exchange itself. We're gonna start here with this box as you see it, and you all know how hard it was to be able to get these Tekken 8 Foamposites, but I got them. So if you haven't seen them before, I'm gonna peek over the box. Let's go ahead and hop into it. Woo! Let me tell you something. I was super excited about getting these, and if you didn't see my latest review or impressions on the Tekken 8s, go check it out because I was able to get 2 pairs. So that was why I executed the trade, which probably will end up a good or bad trade. I don't know yet. That's why I need you guys' help. But this is the box here. You see it. It looks fantastic. We're going to go ahead and flip it open. And it opens almost in this book style where the shoes actually pop up and you see them there in the setting themselves. They look phenomenal. The details on this shoe is absolutely crazy. If you flip it around the back, you're going to see the emblems there for us, the Tekken 8. They did a great job with it. And when I say they, I mean Nike. Nike and the Tekken team that partnered up for this collaboration, they did a phenomenal job. I think they nailed it with every base of the shoe. I'm going to go ahead and take it out real quick. Now, I know I've already went over the details, but I'll spare you the time. But looking around the shoe, it looks great. You see the textures and the chameleon type effect for us to glow and the color around it. I wouldn't say it gives me eggplant vibes with the Foamposites, but it has that kind of first impression look. The crackling, which replicates the jacket that Miramushi actually wears in the Tekken 8 video game. And on the inside, it typically shows the coloring of the inside of the jacket that he wears too. Translucent bottom gum being on there too, and you're gonna have verbiage for us in this one's gonna be fist, and on the other shoe, I'll go ahead and unstrap it. It is gonna be fate being on the bottom of that. So those are really the one of the 2 things that are different for us each shoe. Now on the tongue itself, you're gonna have its Tekken symbol being right there. Whew. This shoe is absolutely tough. And on the other shoe, you're going to have 8 in replication to the video game. Now, I haven't played the video game yet. I'll probably wait till it goes on sale because sometimes that's what happens quickly with fighting games. So I'm not going to spend that money yet. But overall, the shoe looks great. And it's probably limited as of right now to 900 pairs in the world. Now, it's said to have a release that comes in September, but we don't know Nike's plans. As of right now, the quoted value using many different apps right now is $1,000 for these pair of shoes. That's why I'm kind of feeling inside, did I make a great decision for the 3 pair of shoes that I have here that I traded for these? So let's go ahead and get into them now. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this video, and if you like sneaker content just like this, make sure you like and subscribe to your boy's channel. Also, bookmark this page, guys, because later in the video I'm going to be giving you tips and hacks before you make your next big trade on tradeblock. Let's get back to the video. Get into them. Now, as I put this back up, I want you guys to come in the comment section. Have you ever made a trade before? Whether it was online or just with one of your homies that you absolutely regretted either the next day or the next couple of months. Let me know because I'm intrigued to find out what you guys say. So make sure you put it in the comment section. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know what? Let's leave those out. I'm going to throw this to the side. Ugh. flip these back open. So I'm gonna leave these out and put them right here to the side. And we're gonna go over the 3 pair of shoes that I got in exchange for these bad boys right here. Now I know you're probably saying, Chuck, how did you trade them and you still got the box here? If you didn't hear me earlier, I did get 2 pairs. So this is the pair that I had remaining. But for the context of this video, I want to show you the sneaker that I actually traded out for the 3 that we have here. So we're gonna start with this box. And as you can see, some of you guys will already know what this is, but I'm gonna tell you, this is not the home edition of the trophy rooms. This is the away pair of the trophy room. So let's go ahead and break it open. Of course, that's gonna be the top portion of the box. You flip it over, you're gonna have the downtown area of Chicago being there with the Jordan symbol. That is absolutely flavor too. And this was a shoe that I had to have. Some of you guys who follow me and watch my videos know I wear a size 10, so the whole operation of sneakers that we have right here are a size 10. Let's look at the replication of the packaging inside the box. And this is, of course, in display of Michael Jordan's rookie career, or i.e. rookie card. So that's why you get the type of shoe that you're going to get in here. The packaging is awesome. I absolutely loved it. I struck out on trying to get this pair online and in store. My brother actually lives in that area, and I think he went down to try to obtain them too, and it was very, very hard. But before we get into the shoes, the value on this sneaker here is somewhere around $335 to $360, depending on the size that you buy. So as of right now, it's $350, but we still have a full total of estimated value of $1,000 here. But let's take a quick look at the shoes. Now, one thing I'll tell you guys, this is the inside portion of the box. When I did this trade, I was truly looking for shoes that I want to acquire to wear and keep. And these are the sneakers that I have been unable to get my hands on. And I know that happens a lot in the sneaker community now. So when you have the advantage, in which I'll express that later, you probably want to take advantage of it and do it. So I'm going to pop these open. Now, all the shoes that come from tradeblock are authenticated, so you can expect the packaging to be off a little bit as they check the sneakers. But let's look at the condition of these. Ooh. As of right now, they look phenomenal. I'm going to just tell you that. Oh, and here they go. Tip-top shape. I don't see any issues out of the trophy room aways. And let me tell you something. I recently had the home pair in hand, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. If the home pair was not numbered, these will be the hottest tickets to be able to get. And I think really that's the only reason that the value of this particular shoe dropped, was because it wasn't numbered and blah, blah, blah. It's many different things, but you know the sneaker market is crazy. But let me look at this other shoe, make sure I don't have any imperfections, in which I don't. So that is a quality check of A+ coming out of this shoe here. It has everything that's in the packaging, the extra laces, tissue paper in there. The shoes don't look worn at all neither. So shout out to tradeblock. This first shoe absolutely looks good. I'm looking through the bottom, making sure everything in there. This is the yellow set of laces. So the first pair is good. $350 versus $1,000. Let's see how I am doing as I wrap these up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw this box to the side here, because we don't need it anymore. We got the sneakers here, and you know what? I'm gonna throw the tissue over there too. Just put the tissue off to the side. So we got our first pair here, and I'm gonna slide over the next box. Now, before I open this box up, I know most people are looking at this and like, man, what is that he have? And whoo, I can't wait to share it with you. So let's go ahead and pop it open. Oh, man. I've been hunting for this shoe for a long time. And anybody who knows me on social media knows how huge of a fan I am of Kith. And this shoe here matches all the vibes that I would need in my lifetime. This is going to be the Kith Air Force One Tokyo Edition. Now, this sneaker here came out in, I want to say 2020, if I'm not mistaken, and it was based off them opening up the flagship store in Tokyo, which was huge. Now, this sneaker did not release online at all. I think it was in-store only, and it was first come, First serve. Now, if you're like me and you're a sneakerhead, when this shoe dropped, I was immediately on social media, which Twitter, known as X now, but I was looking for videos to see if there were any lines or anything, and there was no lines whatsoever. It was a lines just simply to get in the store, but not the lines that we would have in US if a sneaker of this magnitude dropped. Now going around the shoe, of course, you got the vintage bottom there. Right in the mid portion of the shoe, you're going to see embossed in is Kith, the beautiful Nike check, which is traditional. Extra set of laces with gold tips inside the bag, and you have almost this velvet type texture on the inside of the shoe. And you have, of course, I love it, the small Nike check towards the front toe box of the shoe itself. Everything about this shoe is simple. It's nothing too crazy about it. Of course, you're going to have the flag symbol right there on the top portion of the tongue, but it's everything that you want out of a signature shoe. And I was hunting for this shoe simply because, other than my love for Kith, but I know as of right now, this sneaker won't be re-releasing like almost every other Nike shoe is. I'll keep my fingers crossed. But estimated value of this particular sneaker is anywhere in the range of $450 to $500. It is a size 10. So let's do the totals and add it up. You have $350. And with this shoe here, let's just go to the lower amount, $450, which we all know you can't buy it right now for $450. So let's stay with that. So we got $355 plus $450. Let's just stay right there in that value. All right, let's go to the next shoe. This one here looks good too. No issues. This shoe here, authenticated perfect. No signs of wear. So good job by tradeblock itself too. And they give you the little card that's inside of your box that lets you know it's been inspected and it's done by tradeblock. So there we have it. The paper is inside the box too, just has the simple Air Force One that's on it. But other than that, it's good. Now the thing I should have looked for, as you can see, is the box is a little rough. Now the shoes are brand new, but the box is rough. And let me tell you this, one of the tips I would give you guys, if you're going to be doing a trade on tradeblock, is you want to look in the description tab. Look in the description tab, because a lot of times, even though the sneakers are brand new, they may be missing laces, they may be missing accessories, or the shoes is brand new and it can be even missing a sole cushion out of the shoe. So even though it says brand new and it has the dead stock label right beside it, you need to check the description tab. And if I would have did it, even though it probably wouldn't have stopped my trade, I would have noticed or probably negotiated in something about this box. Now, let's be honest. We don't wear boxes because that's not manageable to do and walk around in, even though somebody created a shoe that looked like a box. I can't remember his name. But we don't wear the boxes, so I'm not going to complain. And this shoe is already over a decade old, so I'm definitely not going to do that. So let's take this out the box so we can put them on the table. Bam. Bam. And we're taking up all kinds of room here. So I'm going to throw that box to the side because we no longer need it. And we're going to move this to the middle. Oh, yeah. Look at the stack that I got going on here. I absolutely love it, though. So I'm going to put that there. And next, we have another Air Force One. Yeah. Here we go. There's the box. As you can see, it has some damage on it. Chuck, you should have did your due diligence. This is going to be the Kith Nike Air Force One Hawaii edition. And I don't have to explain how fire this shoe is. You see the beautiful coastal color of the waters of Hawaii on this shoe. Same velvet type material on the inside, but on the tongue of this particular shoe, you're going to have the island of Hawaii being there on the tongue. So great touch, but it's simple and it's sweet and smooth, because that's the way I like to call it. None of those words actually made any sense. But of course, you got the Kith embossed in there too. Do I got a little stain or something? No stain. Okay. Nike check vintage bottom. These shoes show no sign of wear whatsoever. Okay. And right on the inside, if you didn't know it, I'll show it to you guys. Right on the inside portion, you have Kith Air. So that was another nice touch by Kith, which Ronnie Five just kills it in almost everything that he does. All right, so that is sneaker number 3. Estimated value of this sneaker right here, guys, is going to be $550. I think right now, if you try to go buy this on one of the apps like StockX and GOAT, the highest bid from somebody is $356, but the highest ask is anywhere from $800 to $900, which is pretty much telling you that these shoes are being worn and there's not going to be that many new available. So before we move to the next segment, how did I do? Did I actually win this trade if I'm going to be wearing the sneakers, or is the Tekken 8 Foamposite going to continue to rise in profit and I missed out by getting an extra pair that I probably should have kept? You guys let me know in the comment section. My overall experience with tradeblock was absolutely great. I have no quarrels with them by any means. I love the details of the app itself, how everything is broke down, and their authentication process only took about 1 day. Now I'm gonna double back to some tips and hacks that will probably help you guys. If you get a hype sneaker that comes out, and for some reason, I know a lot of guys out there be like, man, I really don't like the shoe, I'm not gonna even try to go for it. Look, pause. You need to try to hit that hype sneaker, even if it's something that you don't want, I should say. Because what can happen is, like myself, I do not wear Foamposites, but I love Tekken. In the game, I grew up on it. I'm an 80s baby. But one thing I did realize is I was able to cop the sneakers right. The value went crazy and berserk, and I was able to get 3 pairs of what I probably call later down the road of my personal grails that I'm going to enjoy and wear. And you got a pair of shoes here that will probably sit up and collect dust. So if you're going to be getting into the shoe game itself and you want to take advantage of a lot of hot drops and Grail drops that you typically don't try for, you probably need to, because you'll be able to come up like I think I did with this bundle that I have here nested up. And overall, I think I did a great job. The experience was good. Doubling back on the details, how they allow you to take photos. A last key thing that you need to do when you're using tradeblock is you need to communicate with the person you're trading sneakers with. It starts in a couple of ways. Number 1, look at that activity and how many shoes they have on tradeblock. A great trader, as I've noticed on this, is going to have detailed photos, even though they're brand new. If it has damage on the box, they'll take photos. The guy who I traded with, he had photos all the way around the box and the shoes. I didn't see it until, of course, after I made the trade, but everything was described as it was, no issues, as I can say right now. The next thing is, of course, making sure you guys are shipping at the same time. Now, a lot of apps don't have that, like GOAT and StockX. You're unable to communicate with God knows whoever who you're making a transaction with. But what makes tradeblock unique is they give you the opportunity to have that personal conversation. Also to offer counter, I almost messed that word up, but counter alternatives to be able to buy shoes or use cash as advantage. And they just updated their app where you can go on there and you only have a flat fee of $20 where you can sell your shoes or you can buy shoes off the app without any of the extra fees. I think the only extra thing you probably have to pay is taxes. But in this replication, let me know, guys, how did I do? $1,000 versus $1,200, up to $1,200 or more. $1,300 versus $1,000. Did I make a good decision? Overall, I think I did. Most importantly, because I got the shoes that I love and a pair of shoes that I'm actually gonna wear. That's it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know your experience, and I'll see you next time on Nature Boy Chuck TV. Peace.